Yeah, I hear myself. I know it's been so long. I don't know, because kids? Nah, for sure not my fault. Yes, I know. I was just running late. But just because the studio's in my house now doesn't mean I'm supposed to like be here sooner. I'm glad y'all got here on time. My neck hurts. Hmm. No, that doesn't change. No, never that. I said no, never that. Oh shit! I just bit my cheek. Mm. Oh, that was nifty. Oh, that worked. You did it. All right, it's been so long. Let's get into the show. It's really, I mean, there's stuff to talk about outside of the show, but honestly, I was so, what's the word? I was so upset. I had corporate bullshit. We'll get into it, and then we'll get into today's show. I don't trust people, and I don't trust people that have financial problems. Just can't.
Oh
Okay?
God,
That's a fact.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Dom the
Okay, I
Mongo.
hit it on a Lola. Yeah. She keep me on a Lola. Yeah. I hit it on a Lola. Yeah.
Sure.
And when I hit it, she go loco.
Oh,
Yeah. I hit it on a Lolo. I got this old head
Next
that
time.
still rock Manolo. And she work at
The
the
tooth
bank.
popped out.
She keep the money close. Shorty popping
Yeah,
off
her,
an
it feels
ATL. And all she talk about is money,
No.
but it suit her well. I think her name was Carmen. She was fine
got
as
my feet
hell.
stuck in
I
this
got this
thing.
Kurdish chick in Tennessee that told me she
Wait.
would cook for me. You know I had to eat the pussy. That's just kind of nervous. And off the MIA, where they all call me
Dom the
Bobby, a
Mongo.
Puerto Rican and a Cuban.
Somebody stop me.
There was a Haitian too.
It's Kasabian. Kasabian Lavoe. Wow. What was that? That was weird. Did you cut in and cut out? Was that a jump? What's going on, beautiful people? My name is Kasabian Lavoe. Welcome back to the Kasabian Lavoe Show, live from Las Vegas. This is episode 451, and I'll be your host with talent on loan from God. And it's a beautiful day in Las Vegas. The Las Vegas Golden Knights won the Stanley Cup. When they first came here, it was the oddest shit to me. I thought it was dope because it was so different. So, like, different stuff intrigues me. This is amazing. And I'm not a sports guy, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. But this shit is dope. And that light is, like, in my face. Y'all see that? Why'd y'all do that? I don't know. It's new stuff all the time. We ain't been here in a while. I had a long week. And I'm going to tell y'all. I work for a Fortune 500 company. That's as far as I'm going to tell you. You know, I'm aiming to be. I'm a junior right now, and I would just like to be an analyst in the company. I'm at a junior level in giant, big, huge company, bro. I'm nobody in this company. I promise you. As new as I am here, I'm thankful to even be in this company. I think it's awesome because it's like so much cool, like. Bro, this is the closest thing to like working with Tony Stark as I'll ever get, besides knowing Robert Downey Jr. Okay, company's dope that I work for, and I want to do cooler things. Like I feel like if you have the opportunity to work somewhere that's huge and like a life-changing place or something that affects people on a day-to-day, you should strive to make an impact on that. You always you got to dream big. Like I always tell my kids, it doesn't matter where you start at the company, you got to be an asset. Some way, somehow, you got to show that you're valuable. I think I've done that. The only issue I keep having in this place is that I'm at a level where people have emotions and where people are scared because they don't understand how big the company is. The company is so large that anybody that gets a raise or gets promoted really doesn't affect anyone else. Like it doesn't take away from nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be making 6 figures overnight and it wouldn't change anybody that's around you's pockets. That's how amazing and how ginormous this place is. But that's how all Fortune 500 companies work. If you didn't know, there's tens of thousands of people that work there. All these people are across the country, all these people around the world, and they all make fucking decent salaries, right? Or the company wouldn't be that big. So I'm at a level right now where people have emotions and people don't have enough money to not think rationally. And they are in, the dog eat dog, crabs in the barrel set, mindset where they feel like, oh, well, not because you're doing so good, but you just don't deserve something. So I'm going to bitch and whine and make sure you don't get it. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, I'm just let the numbers talk. I don't really want to play the emotional game. I feel like I lose that one all the time. Let's just let the numbers talk. They I do good because I see, the other thing is that when I started at the company, I was just looking for something that would help me just be more stable. And I didn't know what I wanted to do, especially at this level. You're kind of just in there. I didn't really have a goal. I went to a job fair in the company. I fucking got excited, bro. It's something I want to do. I didn't know I could do this. I can affect millions of people, hundreds of thousands of people in a really good way. Like, this isn't music. This isn't entertainment. To me, it's different. It's a different level of pride. And when people get in my way of me dreaming big within this company, it really hurts my feelings because I want to see everybody do it. Like, you should be brave when you're scared. And in a big company, being brave and standing up for yourself and asking for more money or asking for more responsibility to get more money, you shouldn't be afraid of. And you should never get in the way of somebody else doing that because you don't know their travels. And when the company just posts the numbers, like, let the numbers speak for themselves. Like, stop feeling like somebody's getting favoritism. Like, hard work and dedication. Like, I believe in that. I work hard. I dedicate. I excel quickly. It doesn't take me long. So in the position that I'm aiming for, I hope I get in there and I hope I make a big impact on the company. And honestly, like, I just want to make a lasting impression on a different type of people that this is different for me, bro. I come from a fast, upbeat city, and this is more of a tech. There's a lot of things you can call it. I don't know if it's a tech company, but either way, it's big and it's dope. But that's what happened last week. Somebody basically got butthurt because I'm trying to, encourage y'all to do better and grow. And somebody took me being me and being brave. That's all it was. I was like, bro, I went to the job fair and I was astonished how exciting it was. Like, I didn't even know I was a position. Like, when you learn something that you're good at and then somebody says, oh, no, you can get paid for being good at that. You go, what? And it's not like you understand, I've always strived for that in my life, to just be good at shit and get paid for it. Like, I get paid to talk shit. It's the craziest shit ever. I swear to God, my whole life, I've just gotten paid to talk shit. It gets better and better every time. But now I'm in a position where I can help people, genuinely help people in such a fucking amazing manner that maybe saying fucking in the middle of this sentence wasn't even appropriate because that's how much it means to me. Like, it's a different level of pride. I just want to be able to accomplish something in the corporate world that a lot of people can't, don't have the knowledge to, don't have the ability to. And unfortunately, it is a dollar thing. Let's just keep it a buck. It's financial. But the position pays well. So the finance to me is a plus. Yeah, I want the title that shows that I make X because I want to feel like I'm valuable. And I think 6 figures a year makes you valuable for a company. But I want to be able to prove that I'm worth. It's just different. It's different because I'm not selling things. It's different. It's different. It's not a sale. It's not a hand-to-hand thing. This is honestly something that my brains and my wit and then my intelligence, like everything, bro, I'm just able to see problems and I'm trying to solve them differently. And like I said, I just realized that that's a position that they pay very well for. And I think I'm fucking great at it and I'm ready to go learn more and be better at it. Motherfuckers is just hating, dog. I took the whole day. I took a few days. It was sickening. Hey, it is what it is. Let's get into the show. I know. It's a lot of shit. Told you I didn't want to get into it. It's just corporate shit. I lost myself in my job. I like having the jobs. I just don't like people playing with me, playing with my money because I'm not playing with yours.
I do it on my lonely. When you on top,
I make y'all shine. Let's just be honest right now. When you around me, you shine. As bright as I am, trust me, my rays are bouncing off of you too. You look good just because you in conversation with me. So throwing salt on my name just makes you look like a salty bag of shit. Anyway, welcome to the Kasabian Lavoe Show, where we dive into intriguing and captivating stories. The hell? All right. Started growing plants. I got fruit flies, I think, goddammit. Intriguing, captivating stories that make up the fabric of our world. Tonight, we have an extraordinary lineup of topics that'll leave you astonished. First off, we have a remarkable triumph of the Golden Knights. Oh, my bad. Wrong one, man. I swear to God, who'd you ever switch that? I'm gonna slap shit out of you. Shout out to the Golden Knights for clinching that Stanley Cup and bringing an electrifying victory to Las Vegas. But that's not it. And that's not all that's happening in this vibrant city. You should have seen the parade. It was one of the most craziest looking things I've ever seen outside of New Year's Eve. I'm not kidding. That shit was, I mean, I didn't go. I would never. Are you crazy? That shit looked crazy. Las Vegas has gone without reaching 100 degrees for more than an astonishing 250 consecutive days. Although today it didn't reach 100, the index said it felt like 100, but I don't think that counts. This is defying expectations and baffling meteorologists. This has been a very cool summer. It's been a very cool year. I could recall January's wearing tank tops and shorts. Like, that's a real thing. That's how hot it was, bro. 70-degree Christmases? Yes. What? Yes. No, not in your foggy ass London town. You would never understand. In a twist that seems straight out of a science fiction rumor of aliens encountering local Las Vegas. And the update is kind of weird, so I don't even know where to go with the update. It's been all over the place. It's been about a week and change. Everybody's talked about this. I don't have no news. All I know is that they said the people that lived in that home have now left, and the police department is now surveilling the home with cameras. There was some weird pictures of these giant gray people. It's always gray people. They were huge. There's a video where you see some shit moving. Look, I don't know what happened. I believe in aliens, but I don't know why they're hiding. And I'm so like, hey, aliens, what's up? I don't know. People be like, oh my God, they're so scared. I don't know what to do. Like, nah, dog, like, what's up? You want some water? Like, what are your people eating shit? Yeah, okay, so you might die. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck aliens do. I'll be prepared as best I can with my humanly abilities and my, I guess, fucking febile human brain. Maybe they're higher beings that don't want to fight, but maybe they're barbarians and we gotta duke it out. I don't know. It scared the shit out of me too if I had seen some shit like that. Bro, I see shit fall out the sky all the time. I live in a very, very dark place in Las Vegas, and not dark as in bad dark. I live in the South Side. And now I kind of live a little further north, but either it's the west side now, actually. But when I used to live in the South Side, like deep in the South Side before everybody moved over there, we used to see shit fall out the sky all the time. And then you would hear rumors and people from like Henderson would tell you all the crazy shit with the nukes and all the atoms. Like, that's one of the reasons why they say the aliens would come to Nevada, especially come to Vegas, because we have a lot of nuclear technology and we have a lot of shit here like Bigelow. As a matter of fact, Bigelow just bought a bank down the corner from damn, I don't even know how to say down the corner from where. It's down the corner from somewhere. I can't think. Gramercy. There's a bank on the corner of Fort Apache and Russell. Y'all don't know, this is Vegas shit. There's a beautiful fucking apartment complex, and there's a Pinchy's Tacos in there. But right up the block from Gramercy, I flipped the bitch, and I looked over, and it said Bigelow with a big-ass metal fence. Aliens been in Vegas. Have you been to the Strip? You ever seen people from the Strip? It's always an odd bunch, and they always have the best fucking stories. Anyway, I feel bad for the family, and I know they've been stressed the fuck out, but I hope they do find peace while they're experiencing all the craziness. And I want to see the footage of their house and like how many people have been going around like looking at their house trying to see what's going on. Also, prepare yourself for an astonishing tale that differs belief as a father faked his own death and resurfaced. My mouth is doing that shit that it does again. A father faked his own death and resurfaced at his own funeral. Well, I can't say arrived, and more like he pulled up in that bitch. You know that song is Coming In Hot? That's how he did. He came in hot in a helicopter. The thing is, he set it up with his kids and his wife to teach everybody to come together. He didn't really fake his death. Yeah, he did. He's a piece of shit. Okay? You should not fake your death to make people come together. That shit is sickening. Maybe a funny story that dads tell their kids, but you don't really do it. I mean, luckily you had your kids and old lady in, like, helping, but still, that's wild, bro. And in other news, the world of hip-hop has seen a surprising turn of events. A struggle to hit number one. Yeah, as a matter of fact, this is the first time in 30 years that hip-hop hasn't had a number one. We'll definitely speak on what's going on, what has changed, why is hip-hop suffering? I thought hip-hop was taking over everything. Remember, we had a majority stake in the game. We went from having a majority stake to not even catching a number one. Ain't that a bitch? Oh, man, feels like 2008 all over again. And shocking allegations have emerged involving promising personalities such as Miranda Sings. This one was weird. Y'all remember Miranda? My kids used to watch Miranda. That's why this one bothers me. She was accused of grooming on both YouTube and her Netflix platforms. Anyway, we'll examine the impact of the accusations and delve into the repercussions they have had on the entertainment world. Meanwhile, in the world of spirits, we'll provide you an exclusive update on the ever-entertaining feud between 50 Cent and Remy Martin. So, the bottle of 50 Cent's cognac is round, but it looks like a diamond. And y'all know what Remy Martin's bottle looks like. It's got the little rivets in it. So there was a lawsuit from Remy Martin against 50 Cent stating that his bottle was copying their bottle and it was an infringement on the design. Yeah, he won. There really wasn't an infringement, and this was settled behind closed doors, so I'm sure 50 did have to pay something to keep them off his ass, but it's odd. It's just I guess you can own, Pepsi tried to own, did y'all know that? Pepsi tried to trademark the noise. It got turned down. They said you can't own that, but they tried. So I can see how Remy Martin thinks they own round fucking cognac bottles. But either way, 50 was able to take care of that and settle that quietly. And we'll definitely keep an eye out on that. Did y'all hear about what happened with Papoose? And I ain't even gonna talk about it. They said Remy was like, nah, don't put him down like that, yo. And he was like, I'm the young bull now, yo. Started packing him out. What? That's what I heard. Even Star heard. Switching gears from the realm of gaming. Oh, yeah. Switching gears to the realm of gaming. Gamers are getting dips in their head, and they started shaving their heads on live to see their head dipped. Your head is very soft, and the shit's malleable. A lot of you have game dip. My daughter got a lot of hair. Her hair's real thick, so she's like, oh, I don't got that, Dad. I'm like, yeah, you don't. But a lot of people do. I'm sure my head got all types of dips and shit in it. Yeah, it's real nice and round, but it's dippy. There's a lot of dips in it. But one kid, his shit looked like he tied a string to the top of his head to his ankles and was stepping down like in the cartoons, and his head looked like it mushed down. First off, don't shave your head live if you don't know what your nasty ass head looks like. And stop squeezing your heads. Those goddamn headphones, move them around a little bit, y'all. Like, I can't even go all day with these shits mushing down on my head, let alone playing the game. I get frustrated. I take them off my head all the time, but that shit is crazy. Be careful playing your games for hours and hours and hours, because you're going to develop a headset dip. Headset dip. Gamer dip. We got to come up with a good word for that. What's the word for it? Anyway, scientists are trying to explain what this is, because this is going to be a big deal. It's like kids that always stare at their phone. Like, has to be developing necks like this. Like, the next human being has to be hunched over just to use the next phone. Like, it's happening. It's happening. That's why this is happening. It's a thing. And lastly, listen, this one's crazy. Y'all ever heard of UBI, by the way? Universal Basic Income. Okay? Y'all ever heard about that? No? Great. Let's talk about it. Well, in Europe, they're talking about putting this into play. And I thought they were going full-fledged, but it's not full-fledged. It's with a certain amount of people and are testing it. Interesting to see that they're now talking about the concept of universal basic income. It's definitely gaining traction. People are losing jobs. As a matter of fact, I'll give you a great example of, we'll talk about it when we get to the story, but I was watching today a man that works at the docks and was showing a company that was real little and had a real small spot at the dock, and they used machines to move around the containers. No people. All big machines, and they were hauling ass, right? The same machines that the guys are standing on operating with, with their hands and shit. These are automated. They're trained to do it by themselves. It started off with a small sliver. A bigger company came and bought them out and turned the biggest port in LA, the biggest LA port, is 80% automated. The smaller half is people. The majority is ran by robots, just big ass robots. 600 plus jobs have been lost due to automation at a port. What the fuck is supposed to happen when warehouse jobs go out? I tell you all the time, retired fucking rappers, drug dealers, And people that don't really know what to do in life end up working at fucking Amazon, end up working at a warehouse or some fucking line chef. And you know, you fucking got to struggle to figure out life. What happens when you make over six figures or not over, excuse me, when you make six figures a year working a great job, such as fucking being a port hand, or I'm not really sure what their names are on the port, but how is that going to affect the economy? 600 plus people? You're telling me 600 families are broke because of robots? Well, how does UBI help that? They don't ever offer enough money. We're not offering $10,000 a month to sit at home. So how does this all work out when people that are making that, like, you got to think how many people got fired at Meta, how many people lost their jobs at all these giant tech companies. They're not making that money back. There's no other job like that. So these people are now in the market trying to figure out how life moves forward, and UBI wouldn't really help a lot of these people. So what's next? And a lot of the people that are making UBI are the people that are getting affected, or not UBI, excuse me. A lot of people that are making AI and making this technology are the ones that are really getting affected by the automation. It's like taking over their own spots. It's crazy. It's like the whole, is it the Geppetto thing? Which one is it? One of the Muppets or Puppets kills their fucking owner. I don't know. Anyway, that's very interesting. And that's not all. Brace yourselves for an eye-opening revelation as we uncover a mind-boggling $600 million that's being allocated for climate-related endeavors. We'll examine. Joe Biden is running for re-election, and one of his re-election things that he's pushing heavily is the environment and climate, and he's just giving away a shit ton of money to fix things that he probably has no idea what the fuck they mean. And to be honest with you, I'm just always scared when I see shit like this because $600 million is going to affect a lot of things. I hope it doesn't go to the wrong people. Sit back, relax, and let's prepare to be captivated by the Kasabian Lavoe Show, where we bring you the most intriguing and astonishing stories from around the globe. Buckle up for a promise to be night filled with jaw-dropping tales that'll leave you questioning the boundaries of reality itself. I don't even know what the fuck that means, but ChatGPT killed it. Is that you, Loner? It's popping. Hip-hop is taking a hit. It's an interesting hit that hip-hop is taking, but it's definitely a hit. Now, there was a story that I wanted to cover before we got into this that really fucked me up, and I couldn't find it. And I had it, but I couldn't find it. People get fake diplomas for raises in corporate gigs. Did you know that? I was looking for school. I was like, maybe I can go to school to be a better analyst. Like, I can maybe get like a 6-month certificate. And then maybe go back and do like, I don't know. I don't want to go do school, but I'm saying I wanted to show the initiative and show that maybe if I got like a 2 or 3 week certificate, they'll be like, damn, he went and took classes for this shit? That's crazy. Well, if you go online, there's a whole fucking slew. It's slew, right? There's a slew. Okay, there's a whole slew of diplomas to get raises at corporate companies. Like, they know how to make it look and like make it look good to sell it, so that you can get your raise. They even teach you what to say. Shit, am I snitching? Oh my God. Did I just do that? I just wanted to tell y'all, if y'all need to raise your job, just go do that shit. Ain't nobody listening to this anyway. Go get that shit. I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm still looking to go to school. But anyway, that fucked me up. That fucked me up. In more Vegas news, on top of the Golden Knights winning the championship, the Stanley Cup, which is amazing, the Aces, the WNBA basketball team of Las Vegas, holds the championship for the WNBA as well. The Raiders, you know, they're here. Tom Brady owns a part of the Raiders. Hopefully the Raiders will get the shit together and we get another one from the Raiders. It's pretty cool. I really don't care about sports. I think it's dope, though. It's interesting to see how many people do. I mean, to everybody, to each his own. There's a basketball stadium that's being proposed, but it's going to be more of a basketball stadium. It's supposed to be a stadium as well as like a complex on 60 acres of some sort. I'm not sure if we covered the story yet or we have the story, but it's interesting to see Vegas growing so fast. Like in the past 10 years, due to the economic downturn, money has been so cheap. We've been able to build in such massive ways, things that we've always done in Vegas, but sports weren't allowed in Las Vegas due to gambling. So if you didn't know why Vegas never had a professional sports team, it's because of gambling. They didn't want us to have a team here because they thought that we would always work the numbers. Well, fucking look at the Raiders. We obviously can't fucking play those goddamn. You can't bro, that's the only place where we know the house always loses, bro. Allegiant Stadium. They better prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. because I have high hopes for them. I really thought the Raiders were going to come here and show their ass, and I would go, damn, I can't believe they came here and did that shit. And they didn't. They did good, but they didn't show their ass and really do that shit. So I hope they put some money into this fucking team and Tom Brady comes over there and really, gets his shit together. I mean, how exciting that I might be living fucking 10 minutes away from Disney Studios, Sony Studios. This is amazing. Are you crazy? You know that there's not that many sound stages here in Vegas. There's very few sound stages. Like the last one that I seen that was like super duper duper dope was on the east side of town. And I don't even know who it belonged to, but they had like a 40-foot green wall with the rig where you could be flying and shit. I thought that was the dopest shit ever. And then there's actually, is it Sinclair? There's a giant broadcasting company that has a really big sound stage where they do like giant CGI flying scenes and shit like this. Not people flying, like flying planes and shit. And they have them built inside of the building. But what the fuck are we, like, you would have to have a major movie deal to even be in there to like see what's going on. Yeah, it was cool to take trips and go see these people and like check it out. But like, I've never had aspirations for Hollywood in that fashion. But knowing that they're going to be here, yes, you get into writing, you get into whatever the fuck that has to offer. That's a whole new like fucking endeavor of monies. It's just money that's going to fall at the fucking sky if you make yourself not only available, but valuable. If you can become valuable to these companies, bro, man, motherfuckers gonna be living fucking good out here, bro. From the fucking guards at the gate to the people that fucking do the landscaping are gonna get paid well, cleaning up Disney and guarding Disney and Sony. Like, bro, these are great jobs that are union-based, pension, you get insurance. And Vegas, for as much fucking healthcare as we have and no traffic, like even as busy as it gets, let's say they bring these sound stages, even one at a time, slow it down. Sony comes first or Disney comes first. It wouldn't be like California. You're not driving 6 hours to get to the studio. You don't even need a helicopter. And even if you did have a helicopter, you could wrangle up about 14 people in my neighborhood alone and get them down to Sony in probably 4 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a fucking 10-minute drive, dude. Even from the furthest neighborhood, if you're at the tippy top of the cliffs right now, all the way in the back of the cliffs. Bro, I still wouldn't say 15 fucking minutes to get down to where Sony's supposed to be, or Disney. That's amazing. You should be ready for that type of shit. Vegas has so much growth, but don't aim low. Aim very high and then put yourself in a position where you can make that shit happen. Don't be scared to fucking reach. Let's talk about hip-hop not having a number one, because damn it, that's a big issue. Since 93. Look at all the bullshit I've been through. You know who?
Okay.
Fucked a few females' fathers too, or whatever the fuck he said. I don't know. He said that shit. Pause.
It get lonely.
Hey, I do it on my lonely. Stories at a billboard. As the halfway point of 2023 approaches, hip hop has yet to grace the top of either the Billboard Hot 100s or the Billboard 200. That's crazy. Just 1 year later, hip hop has been curiously absent from the top of the billboards. Last year, we weren't absent at all. It was probably 14 number ones, albums all over the place. Hip hop was a dominating factor in music around the world. We were running it, and then crickets. But what's going on? How did the genre that largely ruled the last decade end up having such a quiet start to the year on the charts? Is it the downscaling of hip-hop's commercial dominance, indicating a new era of both the genre itself and popular music in general? Excuse me. And here are 5 reasons why they thought that hip-hop hasn't seen a number one this year. First off, I want to give you mine because I don't like this. The biggest issue that I see is that streaming sales have definitely hindered many people's ability to make money because sales don't work the way they used to, and you have to adhere to what these companies put in front of you. There's certain gates that you have to pass in order to make certain money. Killer Mike has a phenomenal album, and it's going to get great push, I hope. And I hope he makes all his money, and I hope he makes millions and millions and millions of dollars more on top of that, because Killer Mike is from the ilk of hand-to-hand sales. When I met him, he handed me his CD. He gave it to me when I met him. It was fucking crazy as shit, bro. My time down in the South was amazing. I met fucking legends. I shook hands with these people. They were amazing. I love Killer Mike, bro. You don't understand. I have argued over Killer Mike, and then Killer Mike became, I'm getting goosebumps. Killer Mike became this amazing speaker for just people, right? Black people. And Killer Mike has been an amazing staple and a beacon in the community, and he's been able to speak and shed light on the hood and the ghetto and the differences that we have with, you know, the outside world. Because I swear to God, sometimes when you come from the ghetto and come from that, it feels like you live in two different worlds. Where I live now and where I come from is so goddamn different that it's hard for me to wrap my mind around how anything ever even worked. Watching Killer Mike become the amazing speaker, the amazing person he's become, it's fucking inspiring, one, and to hear his music that he has put together with the passion that he's put together. This shit better make him so much fucking money, because this system is good to make money in when you got it right. So I think he figured out a formula that's gonna help him do well in this situation. But to think that there's not enough stars in the game, that's hard for me to believe. I don't think that it's a star issue. Now, losing so many stars, I said like this, when Pop Smoke died, rest in peace to Pop Smoke. When Pop Smoke died, I said he saved a lot of you new rappers. When XXX died, he saved a lot of you new rappers. Him dying opened up the door for a lot of shit. Like, there's music wave changes due to artists passing away or being killed and taken from us. Like, hip hop has never seen so much fucking talented death, right? We're losing babies, bro. We've lost them all. Pop wasn't even 20 or some shit, wasn't he? He was a baby too, bro. Like, we talking about little kids killing little kids. And those were our stars. Where the fuck are they supposed to go? Like, I can't even name anybody from 2017 or 16 that was a young boy that was popping besides Uzi. Right? Cudi ain't part of that. Cudi's old as fuck. I don't think that the star power is not there. I just think that the biggest push right now, did you see that fucking fruit fly? It's a fruit fly. That's what they said. We're on weed, cat boy. The genre right now is just watered down because of Bad Bunny. I think that's one of my biggest. That's my point. It's like, I think there's star power, but I just don't see how anybody wants to jump out there and be a rapper anymore either. I don't see the hunger. Killer Mike and rap. You know, they always say star power. I think it's just hip hop. Genres are growing outside of hip hop that aren't hip hop, such as like the Spanish market. Those are rappers. Y'all can market that as Spanish all you want. That's rap. So that's why my thing is the numbers really don't ever work out in the favor. But to think that hip hop hasn't reached the number one due to so many little factors is beyond me. I think sales has a lot to do with it. Money's always going to be an incentive. I think people are able now to take their talents and make money elsewhere, i.e. TikTok, YouTube, as opposed to reaching for a great album or putting together a body of work. You want the bit, you want the 15-second dance, 30-second dance, and that shit does affect a lot. It changes how the game goes because money is the motivation. And if there was a motivation, or if there was a bag for a full-length album, almost guaranteed, I can't say guaranteed, but just something that looked very lucrative that you put work into and you got it out of, like you really would get money back, you would see a lot more artists put out albums. Sales for shows that are bundled and shit to sell more album sales. Hey, bro, there's only a handful of fucking artists that get away with that shit, and they're not making a move right now for new music. It affects a lot of things when the money ain't right. So I don't think it's a star thing. I think there's a million stars out there that we never hear every single day. Hits die that you never get to hear. And I mean, even with as much technology as we have now, so many hits have gone heard, as opposed to when we were coming up, how many hits never got heard? Sat on tapes, burnt away on hard drives. Hip hop might be slowing down. We'll see what happens. A lot of fast money might slow it up, and a lot of things will change. Hey, who the fuck is CJ So Cool? I don't know who he is, but he got bread. I don't know what the fuck he did on YouTube, but it worked. And they say he lives here. Good for him, dog. Hey, whoever you are, this one's out of TMZ, and this one's about fucking Amanda Sings, bro. This shit is crazy. This Amanda Sings thing is kind of gross. I'm sure TMZ got a great story, but Amanda Sings is the girl that had the red lipstick on her face and talk like this. And she was like a real nerdy girl, but she was kind of cute underneath all the stuff. You know what I'm saying? You could tell she was grown, but she pretended to be a young girl. Now, she would tour with this act. The lady's name is Colleen. I'm not going to give her last names. I don't give a shit. But her character was Miranda Sings. And if you know who Miranda Sings is, trust me, you know. She was on Netflix, YouTube, everywhere. Like this, she blew the fuck up off of her character of playing Miranda. She did this weird shit on stage with kids that was just inappropriate. You can't, I get the character with other adults. When you start doing that shit with kids, like kids were dressing provocative so that she would call them on stage and then ridicule them and talk shit to them and say they were wearing clothes that was pornographic, or she would call it porno. Like they would want to be ridiculed by her. Like that was their goal, was to dress up, in a sexual manner, and whoever had the skimpiest outfit, she would call on stage. Well, one of these times she put a fan on her back and spread her legs. The fan had on a skirt, and she didn't have much underneath. She said she had Spanx or some shit or some. Bro, that shit is wrong, bro. That was a little girl. Like my girls watch Miranda's. This fucks me up. Like, what if one of my daughters would have went to this show? Miranda did this weird ass shit. Or where she had this scene where they had her with a 9-year-old little boy and she had like a fake boner or some shit. And she told the little boy to reach in her pants. That shit is weird, bro. His face was bright red. You know how little white people face get? They get all bright red and shit when they get embarrassed. You shouldn't do that with kids. I understand that's your audience, but you should keep it to your audience. I've never understood that type of entertainer. Shout out to Blippi. Goddamn, shout out to fucking Blippi. Fucking Blippi, bro. Shout out to Blippi for never getting into shit. Blippi done went and got a replica Blippi. Blippi done went and got a girl Blippi. Blippi is at Walmart. Blippi is everywhere, and he's not fucking doing dumbass shit with little kids. Like, he does his character. He stays away. He hires other people to do shit for him. The man is very smart. He's like fucking Steve. You know what I'm saying? You only get once in a while, you get a Steve. Blippi's a Steve, bro. He's a solid fucking dude, but he's a Yo Gabba Gabba guy. I swear to God. He was like, I was going to be on Yo Gabba Gabba, but it didn't work. Shout out to Blippi. Because this shit with Miranda, bro, like, she has so much star power. I guess she has a podcast, too, and she's losing ads on her podcast. Who gives a fuck? These kids are fucked up forever, and how many kids are, and I only laugh. I say that because, like, I was literally trying to come up with a way how to describe how this makes me feel as a parent. And I go, this is bad parenting. I wouldn't trust that psychopath anyway. Sorry. I have a limit of crazy, but that type of shit right there, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm from the industry and I'm just like, I don't want my kids to play like that. Don't play with my kids like that. You 36 years old. What the fuck you putting a little girl on the stage and spreading her legs for? Are you stupid? And that, oh man, that's a whole nother conversation, bro. That's crazy to me. That you thought you can get, because if that was a man doing that shit would have been outrage. It's outrage, yes, but I mean, it took a long time. That's all I'm saying. I feel bad for all the kids that had to suffer through this because it might have been funny at first and it might have been in jest. And I don't think she was doing this to be harmful. I just think they get lost in the character and this causes issues where they just cross the boundaries. Like, bro, be 36. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you got to not do this shit and use your brain and not. It's funny sometimes. Sometimes it's weird as shit. Hey, why did Theo Von say that everybody was stealing his shit on Dave? Is Little Dicky stealing Theo Von's comedy? That's crazy. Somebody call Theo. Tell Theo. Call Theo. Okay, here's the more information on this whole 50 Cent and Remy Martin thing. I got it out of TMZ. 50 Cent and Remy Martin are no longer beef, and the famous alcohol brand settled its lawsuit over the rapper's cognac bottle design, according to the new legal documents obtained by TMZ. 50 Cent's company and Remy Martin reached a settlement June 1, but asked the courts to keep the terms of the settlement under seal. That means a lot of fucking money was slid around to keep this shit quiet and keep it under wraps. Now, I had to get the story out of Geek Native because I thought the name was dope as shit, and I'm a geek, and I'm a fucking nerd, bro. Gamers have been showing dents in their heads from wearing headphones for prolonged periods of time, and we're a little freaked out by it. The reason is because it's not like a small dip. It's like the guy that got shot with the bullet that fell from the sky and left like a hole in his head dip. That's how big the fucking dip is. It all started when a Twitch streamer Curtis, aka Kurt Toss, live streamed himself as he shaved his hair for charity. only to discover live on camera that his game set had left quite the indent. When you actually see it, it's quite shocking. And we suspect that it's permanent. The gamer... Stupid ass. He mushed the shit out of his head. This is what he did. The gamer performed the selfless act of shaving his head on live stream and started going right down the middle. He started by saying, wow, this shaver's working like a champ. Well, that was strikes 2 and 3. You pissed me off. What did you do that? Why did you call it a shaver? Have you never used clippers? Stop it. This is a big homie pow pow. Don't ever call clippers shavers. Okay? The fuck? That just ruined the whole vibe, bro. Anyway, the dude has such a big dip in his fucking head. It really looks like he might need to have like surgery or some shit. Everybody is shaving their heads and they're finding how big this dip is. We'll keep you updated to know if the dip goes away. Now, stories out of CNBC, and this is that weird story about just giving people money for being at home. Now, I gave you the example of the people that worked at the docks. How hard is it for them to live now if they can't make the amount of money that they were making from the jobs that they had? Receiving free cash from the government when nothing is expected in return might sound like a utopian dream, but it could my mouth, I swear to God. But it could become a reality soon for some in the UK. Plans for universal basic income trials have just begun. They've just started. 30 fucking people. That's what we're doing. 30 people. 30 people in the UK will be receiving 1,600, what is that, quid or some shit? $1,983 each month if the trial by the independent think tank. Oh, it's not even the government. Whoa, hold on. That's a bunch of shit. If the independent think tank Autonomy secures funding for the basic income payments, the estimate cost is going to be 1.5 million euros. Holy, 1.15? They don't even have the money to get. This is why this is funny. You see why universal income doesn't work? The people that want to show you that it works don't even have the fucking money to do it. That's why it doesn't work. You have to be assigned a robot. That is the fix to the future. Stop fighting it. Get you a robot. Imagine if you used to work at the dock and they said, instead of firing you, we're going to give you a percentage of what your robot does. And all your job is to like check the robot from week to week and make sure that bitch don't break down. How come we don't do that? I think that's the fix. Everybody has to have like a worker robot, and that worker robot's going to make your percentages of money. If not, you're just getting paid for nothing. And who the fuck is supposed to fund it when it's not done by a think tank? That's my problem. We tried that shit here. This shit with like 20 people too. This shit ain't work because people have to come out of pocket to give that money. And how do you go from living a great life to living a easy life that nobody else is living? Do you understand that UBI only works if everybody has it and everything works in this weird utopian way? That means that everybody has to get paid well for living at a very low rate. That's what I'm saying. The only way to fucking do that is to own your own robot. Like if you work at Walmart, you should have a cleaning robot. And that cleaning robot will clean Walmart for you and make you some money. And then maybe you want to upgrade your cleaning robot and you want to have a robot that stocks shit. So you start upgrading your robot and now, nope, I don't know. I can't figure it out. Why do y'all ask me to fix the fucking future? In my eyes, they should give everybody like a fucking robot seed. You just water it and the robot grows. And then that robot will tell you what the future is going to be. And that robot has to go get you a job and shit. And you get paid for what that robot does. I don't know. It's like Pokemon. Digimon. I don't know. We're supposed to live inside of the glasses. What the fuck? Like, this is not making any sense. How am I supposed to live in the glasses if the glasses are $3,500 and the UBI is only $1,600 a month? I have to get free money for 2 months, 3 months to buy a pair of the damn glasses to live in the fucking other world that they're paying me to live in. See? Doesn't work. Trump 2024. Fox Business. From good news to shit news, President Biden will announce plans to spend an additional $600 million on an effort to address climate change. He plans on getting all $600 million and spanning them out in the sky to block the fucking sun because it doesn't make any goddamn sense why he's spending so much money on this shit. Inflation is still fucking us up, and you're really going to push the button on this? The funding includes $575 million to reinforce coastal What? Infrastructure? How bad are the coasts? I thought the bridges were falling too. 67 million to projects California's power grid from weather events. They're projects that they're doing, what are they, like weatherproofing the electric grid in California? The funding will support, no, it's not. Not really at all. I don't even know what the funding will support innovative coastal resilience and adaptation solutions. What? What? Okay, wait. What are adaptive solutions? Because we're going to adapt to the ocean. Your house is going to float. Yeah, floaty houses. What does this even mean? Such as building natural infrastructure, planning and preparing for community-led relocation. Wow, they're serious about this. Accessing the coastal natural resources that protect communities and ecosystems from sea levels rising, tidals, floods, hurricane storm surges, among other, and several climate impacts, the Biden administration said in a public statement. I'm just confused as to what exactly is that. Are they going to build a bunch of sandbags and shit on the coast? I'm lost. Biden has maintained climate change as a top priority through his administration. Monday's move comes just months after the U.S. pledged another $1 billion donation to the United Nations Green Climate Fund. And you folks are paying back student loans. Food costs more than ever. Rent is still better than buying. Can't believe I'm saying that. And you're probably never going to be able to afford a house if shit keeps moving the way it's moving. That is the fucking truth. And that's the show. Remember, don't trust them as far as you could throw them. Fuck that. And don't ever trust them when they go broke. Recipe. Everybody's happy when they got money. Let them go broke and watch who they really are. I'm used to it, cause in my face they say they fuck with me. I don't want to work around people that worry about petty money. Anything less than $1 million a year is like, shut up. What are we arguing about? We should all make good money. Do better. I know they download music, they post. Well, cowboy. My name is. My name is Kasabian. Live in the moment. Don't live in the past. Be safe. Stay dangerous. Lavoe loves you. My throat's been fucked up all day. It's one of these fucking buttons.